Hello and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCT Center, and joining me again is lovely Morganne Rayne, Adept visionary, spiritual guide, ceremonialist, and artist, and much more than that. We one day have to change what exactly it is because it's whatever I'm saying, it's absolutely not what you are.
Oh, well, bless you. You know, when you've been around the block as many times as I have, I call that all these incarnations, you pick up skills along the way, and those skills just keep sticking. And, I've practiced them. So I get to be adept at many things. Yeah, and I'm old. And so,
No, you're not old. I think I was reading very great. Somebody was saying that you are as old as your energy are, and your energy is young as 5 year old.
yeah, mine can very much be as young as a 5 year old. Some of my most joyous times are when I'm with my 5 year old granddaughter. So
But
yeah,
even no need even be with your granddaughter. But even now, when we talking, I feel this young energy from you. I just feel it.
yeah, that's that renewal, right? That renewal of energy. That's the capacity to let go of all old crap, old thoughts, old beliefs, old ways of doing things. It's really interesting. I've been for a last week working on a brand new baby quilt. And I think you've been through a couple of baby quilts with me before since we've been working together. And this particular baby quilt is for a baby that no one ever knew that this baby would be possible because it's my niece having the baby, but she was always told she could not conceive. And you know this is what I
Miracle baby.
a miracle baby, and that's what I love about this. And so uh, what's beautiful is that as soon as I learned about this baby, which I found out about this baby on Halloween, which was interesting, but so immediately I started thinking about, oh, well, obviously I'm going to make a quilt, right? Because that's just what I do for my beloveds. And immediately I started thinking about old quilt squares that my mom had left behind. So I went and pulled that box out that had some of her old quilt squares. And I looked at the quilt squares, and I could start judging them right away, right? Oh, she didn't get that straight. That seam is out of place. Blah blah blah. It's like, and then I looked at them and I go, these are perfect to integrate into this quilt because my mom would have been this child's great grandmother. And so I incorporated the squares into the new designs, and it turned out it's so beautiful. So I got that. So you can take what was, right, and you choose the best of what was, and you can bring it forward into, rather than me sitting and judging how they were not perfect or whatever, begin to look at them from a very different point of view. um, and that's what I've been doing this whole week is creation, just thrown into creation with the elements of the past to bring forward something beautiful and glorious for the future. And that's a great way to actually begin our show today, because really that's what this month is all about. And, hey, let's celebrate today. Today is the 111 portal day. So we have, first of all, is January, first month, 11th day. 2024 is 8, which is infinity, right? 8. So when we add all that up, it becomes an 11. So it's a portal day, and 11s are really important. 111 is really important. I cannot tell you how many times I have had an address that is either 111, an phone line extension. When I worked for a long time, my extension was 111. My mailbox number was 111. It's like all these portal energies. So it's really caused me to focus on portal energies and learning about them. So that's been going on for a few years. And sorry, I keep getting distracted. The snow is it's just coming down. It's so beautiful. So when we're looking at today, powerful day, this is a day to now begin. And we got to look at, it's also a new moon. On top of it all, we're in a new moon phase. And how many new moons have we celebrated and been a part of on this show, where we begin to look at what are we going to create, right? This is high creation time. This is also the time of, we are already moving into a higher frequency of vibration. We're already there. We can't turn back on it. We can't even turn ourselves down anymore or walk away from it, because it is here. And so you might as well start playing in it and start creating in it. And really, this is your opportunity to take a look at what the old energy was and how you got to this point, because all that's really valid, how we got here, and can be celebrated but not replicated, right? Like all that brought us to this point is absolutely perfect and beautiful, and it's good to go back and reflect on how we got to where we are right now. But the most important part is to, okay, what do we do with these energies now? How do we create now? And I'm just gonna ask, I gotta go take care of something's calling my attention. So just give me 1 second, everybody.
Okay, and while Morganne is going and taking care of something, I want to remind everybody to please like, share, and subscribe for my YouTube video channel, so we can have opportunity to reach more and more people.
Okay, thank you.
And that's it.
Okay, so where we are now, where are we? Where are you? And I would ask that to all of our listeners. Where are you? Are you still trying to play in the past of the old energies? And I ask that question very sincerely. Are you still playing in the past with the old energies, where you need to manipulate your world in order to create? Or are you actually remembering you are the creator and using your God-given gifts of insight, visualization, creation? Are you working it? Are you using it to bring forward your new frequency? Are you honing your new frequency? And it's going to much be like learning a new song. I don't know if you ever played in the realm of singing, but you can you can hear the song and you have to learn it, right? You got to learn what key is it in, right? So the key is the frequency. What frequency are we in? What key are we in right now? And where we are right now is in this newness of life, this whole, we're in the revitalization stage. If you want to like think about it that way, we're bringing us back to life. Where we forgot, we're bringing back the original thinking, the real thought, not the ego thought, not the fear thoughts. We're moving up that map of consciousness so beautifully. And so many of us are now not choosing to play in that lower density realm of fear and shame and blame and all that lower negative density that keeps you from thinking the powerful thoughts, feeling the powerful feelings, being in the world in a very powerful, creative kind of way. And so when we look at this time, we go back in the retrospect about what got us here, all we simply can do for that is thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this present moment, so that none of it was an error or a mistake. It's just old consciousness, and it's time to grow up. It's kind of like we outgrew that. And now we get to put on our big girl clothes or our big boy clothes and walk in the consciousness of a card came up this morning for someone I was working with, mastery, the master, walk in the consciousness of the master. And so what is that? So that's the question right there. Well, what is that? What does that bring? What is the master? And it's not about control. It's not about manipulation. It's not about the old system. Mastery is beginning to learn how to use the light, learning how to use the divine love, learning how to use the joy and the bliss, because all that's high creation energy. We just forgot, but we're remembering now. And so this is the time that's being ushered in right now. Now, are we going to see some of the last vestiges of ego hanging on and control hanging on? And we can know that by, if we look in our world, what's going on you can see it in our world. You see the world really wanting to change. And I look at that geopolitical stuff all the time globally, what's going on in our world. And you can see systems just freaking crashing down all around us. The financial system is just that whole control element is coming apart. Everybody sees it. It's like there's no operating in the secrecy anymore, because all that's been exposed. It's, well, if that's occurring in our financial system, well, what do we do now, right? We got hooked on their system, the slavery debt system. But just as easily as we did that, we can learn the new creation system. So, and politics, we're looking at, and I've talked about this word. It came up again this morning, that word government, right? What does that mean? What does that word even mean? To govern means to control. Ment is your mind, to control your mind, right? Are you done with that? Are we done with that? So you get to make that choice of that. And the more of us that make the choice, you can see this big machine of control being changed and shifted and crumbling down. And I'll say the aftermath is going to be pretty damn ugly because there's been a lot of control and there's been a lot of evil perpetrated on humanity. But all that has to be shaken off. That all has to be, okay, we see that's happened. It's kind of like looking at the past, what brought us here, right? But there's so many of us now that are going, that's not correct. That's not who we are. And as we let go of anything or any thought or anyone, that's why I'm so glad we're going through the Course in Miracles again, because that really directly looks at what we think about. And what we think about becomes a belief system. That's why I say that belief is about lies, right? Because it's where are we thinking from? We've developed those beliefs from thoughts that we've been having. And if those thoughts have been around victimhood or I'm not enough or, any of that kind of stuff, then, we don't move forward. But when we begin to recognize and realize that we are of the divine and that our mission here is to actually just wake up and remember that and be that, and feel that. And as we do that, we release that frequency into our world for others to feel and experience.
We have few viewers watching us at the moment. Hello, everybody who is watching us. Please start say hello to our in our comment section, so we can say hello and we can communicate with you directly. And if you have some questions to Morganne, please ask those questions.
So yeah, so we are coming into our time of mastery, and and we have been waking up. There's a lot of us that have been waking up for a long time. It's gonna get more. We're becoming more aware. We're becoming more of our aware of who we are and why we have arrived here at this planet at this time. Yeah. So anyway, do you have any comments on that, or anybody have comments on that or questions around that?
Yes, guys, please leave comments here. We both want to know what you think about 111 portal and energies you going through.
Yeah, and I already have some cards pulled out. And I know a long time ago it's out, so I'm just going to work with what we got. The Book of the Triumph of the Spirit, powerful imagery, that fractal imagery that's created in these cards. But it's also the consciousness that this man took the old paradigm of what tarot was all about, the old consciousness of what it was about, and moved it into this day and age of what it is to be in creatorship, in mastery, and I'm thinking it might be fun to pull a card on this and just see
Morganne, we have one of our viewers is saying hello to us.
Oh.
Katie is saying hello to us. I was wondering.
I love you, Katie. Katie's the master.
Okay, then you know Katie.
I know Katie. Yeah, she works in the mastery realm.
Great.
Yeah.
Hello, I was wondering if you think there is anything in nature that we can meditate on to embody mastery.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end. We'll do that. We'll do a meditation on that. How about that?
Great.
So, yeah, because we do that. We do that in this piece that we do together. It's a teaching and then a meditation. So yes.
Yes, we every our show is ending up with meditation. So.
Yep, every time. Okay, so everybody that's on the call, and you, Daiga, and me, we're going to put our energy into asking the beautiful question, right? So what's the beautiful question? We can each have our own beautiful question, or we can have a collective beautiful question. It doesn't matter. It's going to be correct. And as you know, when we've worked with this energy before, what shows up.
It will be correct.
Yep. So I'm going to just shuffle, and you just tell me when to stop, Daiga.
Stop.
So this one is called the Chariot. So the question that had preceded this card is an answer to that question. So the question was about the meditation. Read that question again.
Is there anything in nature that we can meditate on to embody mastery?
Yep, here we go. The Chariot. I got to figure out where it is.
And Kathy is saying thank you to you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so the Chariot. This is an identity card. So that means it's what we are, what we become. So identity, it's how we identify self. This card represents you after activation and awakening. So we can look at this as what we are visioning and bringing in. Okay. At one point, you may have thought this card required a lot of strength. However, by now you should know it does not. This type of empowerment is natural to you. It's your birthright. This is what happens to your body automatically if somebody or some system is not constantly hammering you down like a nail into wood. This card has been referred to as victory for obvious reasons. In the highest form, this card shows you and your relationship to your body as they truly exist. Integrated, unified, powerful. Now it's important to understand that what you see here is not something you have to attain here. Beneath all the mud and muck that you cover your body with, this is who you are right now. Remember the veil? Although it impacts your chakras and all that, really the veil is a cover over your consciousness. All things, even the physical manifestation of your chakras, starts with an idea in consciousness. Turning your body into anything but a glowing chariot of light requires a change of image first. You have to learn to see yourself as covered over and even made up with mud, slime, and dirt. Then washing away the mud is as easy as changing your self-image. We can help with that. As you learn in the introduction in this book, these cards, and in fact, all my books are designed specifically to help wash away the mud from your eyes, your consciousness, so that you can see yourself for what you truly are. And that really goes back to where have we been? And here we are now. So it's important to go back and go, oh yeah, I did see that. I put myself as a victim. I saw myself as less than. I saw, it's like all that stuff is what we're now clearing away. He goes on to say, when you have succeeded in changing your self-images, when you are done washing away the mud, this is what you will be. This is who you are. This is your chariot of light. So the question was how, right? So the answer came through this way of beginning to remember that we're just pure light. We're just pure energy. It's all energy, right? But if we carry that consciousness of less than, slavery, victimhood, shame, blame, guilt, all that energy, then our body temple is in resonance with that energy. And so we don't create a chariot of light. We create a chariot of spits and spurts and victimhood and all of that. We're that powerful. But when we start to remember who we are and we challenge what we think, then the paradigm shifts. The thoughts begin to change. The working with the chakra centers, we do that a lot, and we'll do that today too, because that's our energy body. We also have, we have an aura, right? That's a part of us. All of that is just an extension of our physicality. And we need to begin to understand that we're not cut off from that, or it's not something that occasionally just shows up. We are that, and the energy that we are. And at this time, this new energy, this renewal of energy is like washing that mud away, which is so interesting because I did write a few notes, and revitalization, which speaks to this. So we're bringing ourselves back to life. That's what this time is. We're bringing ourselves back to life with a new focus and a new energy. And the look back is only for, wow, look how far I came. Look what I overcame, right? And it's really important to give yourself a beautiful pat on the back for the work that has been done here to change ourselves, because really the only way we can, like you and like I know Katie on the line, is our work is to help shift others. We came here to be in service for others. Daiga, you know that, because that's the work you do, right? You're in service to others. But the only way that we can really accomplish that and be effective is to have done that work for ourselves. And I know you can speak to that piece of doing that type of work, so that you can move forward in the work the mission work that you have to do, renewed, revitalized, a different consciousness.
Yes, but I still need your help with it.
Yeah, well, it's the way it is. Yeah.
I find I done, I done quite a lot of work, over the years, but I still, time and time again, I need this reminder, and I need peel another layer of onions of me.
And that's why we have something called a spiritual practice, right? It's not something that we can go to sleep on. It's our practice. It's how we get up. It's how we choose, right? We get to choose. We talked about that on Sunday in class, right? The power of choice. If we're choosing from reaction, like something happens, right? And we react. So something can happen and we can get mad, or we can get sad, or we can get disappointed, or we can get, it will be something that will do something to our energy that causes our energy to come down or collapse or scare us or whatever. But if we look at the something that happens and we decide to choose how to respond rather than react, when we choose how to respond, we can go, does that belong to me? Does that even belong to me? Right? So we can start there. Does that belong to me? Is that my thought? Is this for me to do? And then we can choose from that place to bring it all up, bring up the frequency by making a new choice. And the new choice could be not allowing your energy to go to sadness or depression or anger or those. It's like, what else is possible here? What else can we choose here? Because we get stuck in a habit of something happens, I get depressed. Something happens, I get sad. Something, that's just habit. That's just reaction. Oh, this happens, this happens. When this happens, this happens. That's just a pattern of behavior. It's not even real. It's a pattern of behavior. So when something happens, what's my choice? What do I choose now? If I'm not going to choose sadness or whatever, what am I going to choose? So we really, and that's the creatorship part of us, is we get to choose. And as we choose, then we have all the elements of source that come in to support that choice. And so we're relearning. Well, some of us have remembered for a long time. Some of us are coming back and to be in a higher state of service by just being the frequency that you are. And we've talked about that before. It's like, what's your frequency? Who are you? Are you being that authentically, or are you covering it up? Are you afraid to let your frequency out? And in the past, and we've talked about this too, like we come here with these pure, unadulterated, beautiful frequencies, and we speak our truth, and somebody goes, "You can't say that. Don't do that."
Yes.
Yeah, right. So we've had to dumb down our intuitive selves in a lot of ways, but now's not the time to do that. That's just, you just have to recognize that's just been a part of the path that we've been on, but it's not where we are right now. Where we are right now is full blown. Let's leap into it. Our world is changing before our very eyes, and that world is changing because of us, because of our choices, because of we're waking up and remembering, and the universe is going to support us in every way possible to bring forth what it is. And I go back to, you know, when you and I met, we met at the in a group that was, our focus is what was a humanitarian projects, right? How to assist our world and our fellow brothers and sisters in having and creating lives of love and goodness and joy and light. I mean, that's the playground, that's the sandbox we jumped into together, right? And we're still playing in that realm, because it's going to take time for others to catch up and to get on that same visionary status of visioning in. And that's part of our gift, is our power to imagine and to from that imagination create. So we talk a lot, you know, and I've said this, I know, probably 100 times on this show. You cannot enter into the kingdom unless you become as a little child. Not childish, but childlike. What is childlike? They're full of imagination. They're full of wonder. They're full of creation. They're always creating. You talk. We started out like a 5-year-old mind, right? If we could all step into our 5-year-old mind of looking at our world with this wonder and delight, it's going to shift a whole lot of stuff in our world, and we'll shift it for others, just by being that consciousness and that resonance of love, light, peace, joy. And that's why it's important for us to choose those things, and and the only battle we need to do is with our own thoughts and our own ego.
I think that's the hardest battle, really. Battle with our own thoughts, it's the hardest.
Yeah, we might have to admit we were wrong. Oh, wait a minute, I might have made a mistake. Oh, wait a minute. And that's where and I think I've said this too here, I made a mistake. Yay! Right? Because if I go, oh no, I made a mistake. Oh shit. Oh no. What have I just done to my energy on that mistake? I've yanked it down. I've become a victim. Blah, 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 blah. When I go, oh, cool. Look how many mistakes I made. Awesome. I've brought all of it out to the light. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not in shame or embarrassment. I'm in, oh, I made a mistake. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, right? Then I'm empowered to make a new choice.
Yeah, that's I think many people can learn from that, because most people is like better to hide this. It's not good to make mistake. No, 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 no mistakes, not
No,
me. No, no, no.
you know, a long time ago, when I was in the corporate work world, um, and I may have shared this story with the viewers before. One of the things that I noticed was that people, when they made errors or didn't do something correctly, they just didn't talk about it. It just kind of went under the radar. Everybody knew it, right? Everybody knew it. And then there was this kind of shame blame atmosphere going on. Really toxic. That is so toxic. And I just kind of watched it for a while, like, wow, look at that. Oh, they made an error. Look how they behave now, right? And so there's a behavior that goes with that. So one day I made a mistake, and what I decided to do is jump up and go, I made a mistake, yay! And then I sat down. Well, I really confused people. That was really confusing. And at the next meeting, I go, I made that mistake. I understood I made that mistake, and I got to switch it, right? And I began to speak really candidly in the world about making mistakes. And then pretty soon, what was happening, you'd see other people start popping up going, I made a mistake. So it became it went from this shame blame culture to this, I made a mistake. And then it was, oh, do you need help? Do you want, do you need any, what do you need? Right? It became a culture of assisting one another rather than a shame blame culture. And I think it's important because that's how we support one another. We've been told it's not okay to make a mistake, and that there's shame and blame around that. And the truth is, it's just a part of the being alive. It's just a part of being a human, right? And who decided it was a mistake? That's a judgment that we have within our own mind and heart, right? Some of my biggest mistakes have been the greatest gifts, because they caused me to shift my thinking drastically, caused me to make different choices, caused me to see what the outcome of my choices had been, so that I could begin to create new choices, new outcomes. And you have to have the new choices before you can have the new outcomes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I think at the moment it's really for everyone, they can start realize what mistakes they are making and make choice to change that.
Yeah,
And
and to hold it as it's not it's not a mis. Let's go back to that word sin, because we've all heard that. We've all sinned and come short of the glory of God, right? Well, yeah, because we're human and we came here to do these experiences, and have these experiences so we could wake up. So sin, it's an archery term, and it means to miss the mark. That's all sin does. That's all that it means. It means to miss the mark. And so if we miss the mark, why do we punish ourselves and others when they miss the mark? So that's why making a mistake goes underground. Oh, can't see that, oh my God, and we bring that energy down. The choice now is to go, oh, cool, I made that mistake. I can make a new choice, right? And it becomes energized and potentized. And we're talking about the chariot, that energy body that we are. If we take our mistakes and bring our energy down with it, the chariot that we become is a vibration of stuckness, of not moving forward really fast or having to force yourself to move, right? Whereas if we're in that, I made a mistake, we're in an open, fluid flow. And even in the mistake, we're vibrating at a very high frequency. We didn't take it and move it down into the density. We moved it out into the light.
Yeah, I think today we can start actually go to meditation because it's 40 minutes in the show and we could go to meditation unless our viewers have some questions.
Yeah, if there's any questions, let's get those out of the way first, or insights, questions, insights, realizations. Yeah, all that.
That would be great. At the moment, nobody is writing anything, so
Okay.
I think we can go to meditation.
Okay, beautiful. So let's we're going to really honor this day and get it going. So I'm going to invite everybody, get your feet on the floor, uncross your body, no crossed legs, no crossed feet, no crossed arms. Allow your beautiful body temple to be open and fluid and flowing. And so just get your feet on the floor. And we're going to take our first beautiful deep breath into our feet. Take a beautiful breath and push that breath all the way down to your feet. And then just let go. Let it all go. And bring your awareness down to your feet, to the bottom of your feet. Feel the bottom of your feet. Can you feel that? And we do this exercise because we want to really get into our bodies, really accept ourselves as this existence. So feel the bottom of those feet, toes touching the floor, your heel touching the floor. Can you feel it? Maybe you feel one foot more than the other. And if so, put your attention on the other feet. Bring your attention to your physical beingness. We're going to take another breath in. And this type of breath is going to be very slow and very deliberate. I want you to imagine the breath coming in and how it's coming in and where it's going to. So, and we're going to breathe in through the nose. So just start with a slow, beautiful, deliberate breath in. And as you gather up that breath, where does it end? Where does your breath stop? And then on the out breath, just release any blockages where it stopped. Release the breath. We're going to do that again. I'm being called to do that again. Focus on the in breath and visualize where that breath goes. So for me, like the first thing that started happening is I felt my head clearing. Maybe you felt the same thing too. So we're going to take that breath in consciously, watch where it goes, and we're going to watch where it ends, because that will give us a clue on where we may be stuck. So beautiful breath in through the nose, deliberate and slow. Where does the breath end? And where it's ending, just gather up all the energy of where it's ending and release it. And just come back to the acknowledgement of your body. How does your body feel now? Are your feet still connected? And in this way, what we are doing, your chariot is your energetic body. So we have our physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, we have an energetic body, we have an etheric body. All those bodies together culminate into our chariot, and how our chariot is our vehicle, our vessel to move in the etheric realms. Take a breath in this awakening and understanding, and release, let go. And now that we have moved into our bodies with consciousness and breath, we're now going to work on our chakras, because this is an aspect of our energy body. And so we'll begin, and we'll just do the 7 basics this time, even though we've done, the Earth Star. Actually, the Earth Star is calling to me. So looks like we're going to do the Earth Star. So that chakra is about 12 inches below your feet. And just have an awareness of the Earth Star chakra about 12 inches below your feet. It's your connection to this planet, why you came, your mission here. So visualize that as however you see it. I see it as what we call the Earth Star, beautiful, beautiful Gaia light. And so in just giving it attention, we activate it. And then allow that activation of that energy now to come up through the bottoms of your feet, and just first let it get to your feet. Feel that connection to your Earth Star, to your mission, to why you landed in this body on this planet at this time. Just experience that. And then allow that energy to rise up and come all the way up to your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. And again, just putting our attention on that chakra opens it up, and we can just say activate. If you like to think about its vibrational color, it's a beautiful red. And then we'll move up to your sacral chakra, which is a beautiful orange. It's all about your creative self, your ability to bring forth awareness and consciousness. And you can just say activate. And if you're feeling any stuckness in any of these chakras as I do this, just take a breath into it and release it with the breath. It's just energy. And now we're going to move that energy on up to our solar plexus. Beautiful golden yellow, beautiful yellow. And just say activate. This is the seat of your will, your energy to move it into the world, your choice and your choosing piece is right there in that chakra. So you want that chakra open and clear and clean. Just say activate. Then we move our energy on up to our heart chakra. And again, it's such a beautiful emerald color green. And as so many are experiencing now, we have that pink that comes in with it. And that would be the consciousness of the Marys, of Sophia, that energy of light and unconditional love. And we can just say activate, and it will activate and be open. And then we'll move that, all that beautiful, beautiful unconditional love energy up into our throat chakra. And that color is beautiful sky blue. And you can just see it open and resonate. And when you speak, actually feel the energy of the vibration from your throat chakra. And that energy is what you speak into the world. And we're going to move that energy on up into your third eye. Your power to see beyond the physical. And we really want to make sure this is activated and clean and clear. So this third eye chakra, open, clean, clear, activate. Activating the inner vision. And as we move back into the head, we're going to move to like the middle of the head to the pineal gland. And we're going to just say clean and clear so that the pineal gland is open and clean and uncalcified. Our capacity to connect to source. And then we move right into the crown chakra. In some religions, they call it the 1,000-petaled lotus because the energy rays go up like a beautiful crown. And you can imagine that. And the color is violet. And it's mixed also with a beautiful golden strands. And so you can see that energy just moving into infinity, and it's not outside of you, it's inside, all around, it's everywhere, all at once. We're connected. So just start to begin to feel that chakra system turned on. This is your chariot. Feel your body turn on. how's your body feel in this activation of your chakras? For me, it gives my body the energy and the delight and the aliveness. I also have goosebumps everywhere, which is also part of our body. People forget about this. A lot of times people call them truth bumps. When we hear something we know to be true, we'll get this flush of these things called goosebumps, but actually that's a part of our physical body that is in tune with what is, with what's true, and also with what is false. So it's your power to discern your physicality, your world. Take a breath in. And you might even practice getting goosebumps. Practice feeling with your energy body, this extension of who you are. Practice that. And so as we are integrating our awakened chakral system in this physical body, let the energy and the like spectralness of that just move throughout your body and pop out as your aura. And as you do that, just notice what color shows up for you. Mine showed up as like a silver and a purpley blue, just poof. Yours could be whatever it is. It doesn't matter. This is just my own unique one. And in that frequency of your physical body being grounded and anchored here, your chakral body awakened, your auric etheric body awakened, we become a chariot of light and love. And where do you want to go? So now we're going to move up to the third eye, because this is who we are. We are an awakened being of love and light and joy and peace. And what does that feel like? Bring it in. Affirm to yourself, I am a being of love and light and joy. I am this. And from this place in our third eye, you can ask self to show you what is next for you. Show you what it is you're here to do or create. Create from this place. This is the place of the imagining, and that's the creation place. It all starts with a thought, with an imagination. Imagination is a fresh thought, a new thought. Remembering sometimes is an old thought, and we want new thoughts to come in. So play with your energy today. Today is the perfect time. We're in that brand new moon. This is the most potent and powerful moon of our whole year. And what a beautiful way to start our year, with this divine focus, love focus, power focus of who we truly are. Take a breath in. Anchor that all in. And we're not going to shut down the bodies today. We're going to just let them be and hang out and expand and explode in our world. This is your chariot. Learn to master it. Learn to master the new thinking that comes through now. Learn to master the divine mission and purpose you came here with. And mostly, it's simply to just be your frequency. So if your frequency is one of unconditional love, just be that. If your frequency is one of joy, be that. Otherwise, we live as imposters in our world, and it's not time for that anymore. This is our time to be fully in mastery of who we are. Mastery of our divine chariot, our body, in all of our bodies, energy bodies, physical, mental, emotional, energetic, ethereal, all of that. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Take a breath in. And now imagine what it'll be like to walk in your world this way. Grounded in your reality, connected to the Earth Star, knowing that the Divine Mother Earth will support and supply everything you need physically. That's her job. Your job is to accept. Imagine what it'd be like to walk in your world as an awakened being of light and love, in mastery of your own energetic body. And that's your job today. To begin the imagination, to begin the imaginings. Because we're bringing in the new. We've let go of the slave consciousness. We've let go of the victim consciousness. We've let go of the lower density. Who are we now? Take a breath in. And relax into your beingness, into your energetic chariot. And as you just relax into it and allow it to integrate, continue just to relax, to allow, to be, breathing and accepting, allowing and being who you truly are. And with one beautiful last breath together, we say, and so it is. And there you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Morganne. Another beautiful meditation. I hope Katie liked the meditation as well, and everybody else who been with us today. Thank you very much for choosing to be with us. Thank you for listening to us. Please don't forget like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube video channel so we can have possibility to teach more people and help more people. So thank you very much for watching, being with us, and God bless till next week.
I love you.